Good morning.
Hi, everybody. How you doing today?
I'm good.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
Saturday.
It sure is.
You know what this is?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Got
So,
some too.
and they're hot. They're so hot. I can't even drink it. It's so hot.
I mean, mine was made a few minutes before yours, so it's a little less hot.
Yeah, it's not fun anymore. I love hot coffee, but man.
Good.
Like that. They're steaming. It's ridiculous.
I mean, it's supposed to be hot, Jason.
Is that why we make a coffee maker what it is?
Yeah.
Hot.
So, we are Warm and Cozy Quilting.
We are.
We are in Columbia, Illinois.
Beautiful.
Which is just southeast of St. Louis.
Yes.
So, and I'm Danielle.
Hi, Danielle.
Who the heck are you?
I'm Jason. Nice to meet you.
We also have running the camera today, Victoria.
Thank you, Victoria.
Hi, Victoria.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And you are
Yes.
the number one customer.
You are. So there was, we talked to one of our favoriteest customers who came by to visit us, and she made mention of we probably need to throw our street address out there occasionally. So those of you that are new here and like, are you real? Where are you? You say Columbia. What does that mean? Give me an actual address. Because I don't believe
Okay, sure.
So in case you're writing this down for future reference, because Google
Take
just
notes.
isn't your friend,
Take notes.
816 South Main Street, Suite 2, Columbia, Illinois, 62236. I don't know. I don't know how full on informational I need to be on address, but there we go. So yeah, it's been a couple weeks since I've been here.
It has been. We did a short little fast moving video last week, so not much information there.
No. It was a lot of information.
It was a lot of information.
Because it was Caledonia.
Yeah. Then before that, like me and
you and Sarah did a thing because I had to go do a thing.
You had to do it anyway.
And then the week before that, we were off.
Right. So it's been a long time since it's been the two of us.
So we're back.
So I just want to tell you that tomorrow's Father's Day.
It is.
So happy Father's Day to the fathers.
Happy Father's Day to all you fathers.
So that means that tomorrow I have to be nice to him. But today I've been arguing.
3 days worth in 24 hours.
All morning. Anyway,
I'm going to try to go to sleep tonight, and then tomorrow morning it'll be great.
It'll be great tomorrow. Tomorrow I have to be nice. Okay. Anyway,
you make it sound so horrible. It's really not.
I know, but it's fun.
Really
Victoria's just shaking her head like, "You're fine, Mom." Anyway, right? Is that what you're saying? You're fine, Mom?
Yeah.
Or
she's just smiling because that's what she does.
Okay, smile and nod. Don't get in the middle
until
of this.
She's flailing, misdirecting. You just let it be. We have people out there saying hi.
Okay, let's say good morning to people
folks out there. So we got Pam hanging out with us.
Hi, Pam.
Hi, Pam. Yvonne.
Good morning.
Good morning. And we got Eula May. Hey, Eula May.
Hi.
All the way out in the Arizona. I bet it's hot out there.
It's hot everywhere, but I bet it's really hot in Arizona.
Man, that's no fun. Morning, LaDonna.
Good morning.
And there's Eileen with her coffee this morning.
She's got lots of cups in.
She always has like 8 coffees by 7 a.m. I don't know. Good morning, Claudia. Good to see you on. Hello, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Take a day off, but you still hang out with us. Now that is dedication.
We love it.
It's fantastic. Morning, Donna. Oh, yeah. We've missed you guys, too.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been weird not being this Saturday morning swarming. There's Mark. He's on. He came to visit us this week. Mark brought in all kinds of cool fabric for us to, get.
So you see see Mark in our comments sometimes. He brings us Northcott.
Yeah.
So we love Northcott.
Yeah.
He brings us Anthology Boutiques and all the Wyndham stuff.
Great
Super
stuff.
Cool.
So
I'm now blanking. There's a whole lot more because, like, when we see Mark all day.
All day.
There's so much stuff to see, and it's just wonderful. So we got great stuff coming in for you.
Right. Absolutely.
It's amazing.
So that'll be good times. What we got here? Sarah, you have to make up for tomorrow's stuff quotas. Yeah. Yes, Sarah, that's right. She has mean quotas that she has to maintain. I guess.
So I've always been called Henri. Maybe
nobody's argued. Not a soul has argued that one. Hello, Patty. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Joe. And good morning, Patty. And Mark brings us. Oh, paintbrush. He's our paintbrush connection.
Our paintbrush solids.
We knew that.
You guys love those. Yeah.
But anyway. Coffee is so hot. I'm so happy, but at the same time, I need to start making it sooner. Oh, Yulme says it's hot. Oh, my coolers went out at once. Oh, my goodness, but it's all fixed. That's good, but oh, my gosh.
So
I couldn't live in a hot climate like that.
Our our air is not like keeping up.
Yeah, in the studio here, it's not great.
It's still like coolish.
Coolish, yes. It's not like
it's not like I'm sweating or anything, because we do have big lights in here too, and so it does make it a little bit, hot anyway.
Right.
But man, it's just not keeping up.
Right.
Oh, thank you. Somebody likes my shirt.
It's Jackie.
It's super cute.
She's our West Coast friend. Girl's up early watching us.
Yeah.
Dedicated. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. I know people are getting back, summer. Illinois went to phase 5. There's a lot more people getting out doing things.
Yes.
So we may see a dip in viewership here,
seen less
which is
people,
fine.
Which is
cool.
Which is unusual.
Just don't forget about us. Come back and say hi at some point. You can always watch on the replay. We're going to have these on the YouTubes. You can always go there.
Yeah.
If you're out and about, come by and see us. A lot of you were with us for the last year, locked up in your houses, and finally now you can get out. So come by and say hi. So
we had a special friend visit us yesterday.
As I was mentioning a minute ago, yes.
All the way from Michigan.
That's a drive.
Drove down to see us. And it was so amazing.
I think they were vacationing anyway. We just happened to be along-ish, close enough for the route.
Right.
So,
well, anyway,
whatever.
I am taking
that
that she drove from Michigan to see me. But anyway, that's because I'm honoring.
I mean,
anyway.
Yeah, nobody's arguing.
So Cindy came to see us, and it was wonderful. And she said, "You guys helped me through this last year," and I was like, "Okay, don't tear up."
That was a two-way street right there, folks.
Exactly. Yes, for sure.
If we have any of you guys out there watching from our Caledonia show that are new to this event here, and you're like, I'm going to check them out because I met them and they didn't seem too crazy.
Right.
We aren't selling anything today. We're just here to say hi, check in. We're going to talk sashing. So we've been doing the blocks for the last few many weeks. Actually, pretty much this entire year.
Right.
We started
figured
the
it out
back in January. And then we started with the Friendship Star in February. And pretty much, quite an ordeal. So we've got 12 blocks made.
Hi, Wendy.
Some of you have 13. Hello. So we're going to talk about sashing them together, how you can make a quilt with these. We will probably still continue to do blocks because there are so many blocks out there just for, insight purposes.
Yeah, but I wanted to talk about layouts.
Yeah.
Different types of layouts, how you can do some math to figure out what you want to do.
Yeah, because if you're at this point, you've got 12 blocks and you're like, I don't really want to make any more, but you don't want to just let them blocks sit. This is going to be great to figure out how to make them all into something
So we'll talk sashing and cornerstones and things like that today. And then next week, we'll talk about borders because borders are super important. So if you're like, oh, well, I was wanting to make more blocks because I need 20. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't throw them away. No.
And still watch us today and next week too, because this information is going to be important when you do finally start setting that together. So, it's not bad information, and we are going to do more blocks. But we also thought if we took a little break here, it's summer and all that kind of stuff, let's do some sashing, let's do some, how are we going to lay this out and set it together. And then we could even do some of like the basics of quilting.
Right.
Maybe talk about batting again.
Right, back to pre-cuts, you name it. New stuff for all you new people out there that are still relative. I mean, we still have new people coming in that have been doing this just for a couple months.
Right.
Or just started last year, or they still have a lot of information that they want to get from this.
Yeah.
So we're going to revisit some stuff too. So
we'll do that, and then we'll jump back into some more blocks. So we're going to just kind of mix it up a little bit.
Try to mix it up.
Rather than just the same old thing, right? We got more people.
You have to do all the work with the sewing machine all the time. So, we do have Diane Fisher saying hello.
Good morning.
And good morning, Pamela Shores.
Hi.
Blocks look great together.
Oh, thanks.
I think they're pretty fantastic. Yeah. I think my personal favorite is the Snail's Trail. I would say. That or Squirrel in the Cage.
See, I like this one.
Yeah?
I like the card trick.
The card trick is cool. I mean, it's not my favorite, but everybody each their own. Because it's fun. Ooh,
okay,
goodness.
So we've been making 12-inch blocks. So they're going to finish at 12-inch.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, they are 12 and a half.
Right.
What you should always be doing as you're working through your blocks is making sure that all of your pieces are squared up. So as you're making half square triangles, that they are the right size before they go into the block. Then now you have your block finished. This block needs to be the right size before you take the next step. So if you haven't squared up your blocks, that's what you need to do next. I do think we probably should do a video on squaring up. It is very difficult to do. And so we're going to have to, because I want you to be able to see my
ruler and all that. It's only difficult to do if you don't have a stripology ruler.
Yes. Stripology rulers make it
sales pitch. Zing.
So awesome. I lied to myself and told myself that I was squaring up before I had the stripology ruler.
And I was like, form of squaring up.
I don't know. Is this really right? Am I on the right line? Should I be over here? How do I know how much to take off all the way around?
You just made it up.
So I did the best I could. And then I got the stripology ruler, and it makes all the difference in the world. So the one thing is that when you are trying to use the stripology ruler on this mat that already has lines too, the camera is going to get all the lines. And so I want to do a squaring up demo at another time.
Right.
But know that before you start sewing this thing together, these should be squared up. And I think we even talked about squaring them up as we went.
We did with
and
the stripology
saying, hey,
ruler.
You want to make sure this is squared up before you move.
I do want to say too, a couple weeks ago we did a demo on the stripology ruler. So if you're sitting there and you're like, what is this stripology word that you keep saying? Go to our YouTube channel if you're not already here. Go and find the video for the stripology. Stripology. We take the stripology ruler, we talk about it, we demo, we cut some stuff.
Yeah.
I think we even talked about squaring up with it on that video. Go check that out.
Maybe.
While you're there, just subscribe on that channel for us because we like to have subscribers.
So there are different sizes of stripology rulers. We sell them fast. And through the pandemic and things have been more challenging with us getting things in. So I was sold out for a while. I did get a whole new load of stripology rulers. And if any of you are out there and you're like, I've heard of it, I've thought about it, I don't have one. If you have no stripology ruler, the one to get is the XL.
Yeah.
It's going to do the squaring up that you want to do, and it's going to be big enough you can cut a ton of strips. Okay, right. So if you have no stripology, if I had no stripology, that's the one I would get.
Ooh, Donna wishes they made one to square up to 16.
Oh, yeah.
That would be a big stripology ruler.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably buy it.
I would probably buy it too.
I don't know that I've ever really worked with 16-inch blocks, but
a lot of times with t-shirt quilts, you end up with 16-inch squares all the time.
Right, I forgot about t-shirt quilts and all that. So they limit at 12.5.
Mm-hmm.
But still, pretty cool, pretty fantastic tool if you don't have one already.
People are out there saying it's their favorite. I've had people come in and tell me, this is a game changer. I wish I would have had this when I started quilting. If you're new to quilting, or if you have a new quilter friend and you're like, really?
Right.
I'm telling you, because having the right tools makes all the difference, right?
It makes you enjoy it more.
It doesn't matter what you're doing. Like if you are fishing, you want the best fishing pole.
If you're fishing with a rock and somebody hands you a fishing pole, you're going to be so much happier.
That's better.
It is that dramatic of a difference.
Because you can fish with a rock.
You sure can try.
Let's say you
can try.
I'm trying to fish with a rock. Okay, Victoria's like, no. Let's move back to quilting. Okay, fine.
We're sticking with fishing. Today we're going fishing, folks. Anyway.
Okay. So, we've actually had demos on 13 blocks.
Yes.
So, by making 13 blocks, you can have a quilt that's on point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, shoot. What are we shooting at?
I need you to get in my bag and get the book out of there, please.
Ooh, the super awesome, fantastic book of
awesomeness. Super awesome, fantastic book.
Do we have any of those in stock is the question.
We do.
Do we? Oh, my goodness.
So
if you don't have this book,
we have talked about this book because, and I for real can't remember the name. Is really why I'm stalling.
Thank you so much.
The quick and easy block tool, not a book tool. It's a block tool.
Yeah, quick and easy block tool. I'm gonna set this here. You can see that. So can they get this through the website if they're not local and they want to order this? Go to our website. Buy it.
You can't take it away.
I'm gonna bring it closer so that way.
Okay.
She's trying to steal it from you.
I'm like, why is she taking it?
Why are you stealing that?
Oh, you can't see it now.
Your
Lights aren't on.
Here is a black square. There you go. The quick and easy block tool.
They saw it.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you, Victoria.
So what are we going to do with? Oh, that's right, because it's got a thing in the back.
So in here, it has all kinds of blocks.
Yeah, pretty much all the
Okay.
ones we've worked with so far are at least listed in there.
It then even has them if you want to make it in 3-inch, 6-inch, 9-inch, 12-inch, 15-inch. Okay? So if you were at this point and you're like, I see what you're doing with cornerstones, but I want my cornerstone, because my cornerstone is going to be a piece of fabric, right?
Right.
No big deal. I want my cornerstone to have some
Pizzazz.
Yeah, how
Good
can
word.
I do that?
Razzle dazzle.
So you can look through here, find something that, let's say you want your sashing to be 6 inches. You could do that.
You could.
Or if you want a 3-inch, then find a block that you want to make in 3. Because see, my problem is, okay, do I really want to cut stuff that's like tiny?
Inch and a half. Some don't. Some do. There's some people out there that have been doing them tiny quilt things or whatever they're called, and they're super cool.
Miniatures.
Mini quilts.
So
Not for me.
there's tons of blocks. So that's the beginning part of this. But in the back,
Yeah.
it has
What? What does it have? What's in the box?
tips and helpful charts.
Oh.
Okay. So this is going to be the thing that I liked the best was,
This should be the next page, I believe.
so it has standard mattress sizes.
Oh, so when people
Do you
come in
know
and
that
says,
every
what size
single
is a
day-
queen size quilt?
And so this is going to tell you what the top of the mattress is going to measure. Then you're going to want, because it's saying that queen is 60 by 80. And if you're like, that's really small.
That's just the top.
Yes, that's just the top. Now, how much drape do you want? Now you can make some math happen, right?
Right.
But
That's why when
this
some
is,
people say 108 by 110 is queen size, I'm like, what?
yeah, that seems
That
really
seems
big,
really
right?
big, but it's
And if you want it to be all the way to the floor, then there you go. But anyway, so then the next page has, if you want to set things on point, and you're going to need all those setting triangles and like the corner triangles, what size do I need if my blocks are this size? The
So-
other thing it has,
yes.
one more thing,
Yes.
is if I have a 12-inch finished block,
Yes.
what size is that if I put it on point?
I don't know.
So I thought, well, it's square, so it's going to be 12 and a half. It's going to be 12. It's going to be the same. It's not the same.
It's not because your points. This is your horizontal line now. So that's, holy goodness.
So your 12-inch block is now going to be 17 inches. The width is going to be 17 inches when it's on point.
Huh,
So then you're going to need to know, okay, well, how much, if my blocks are that size, what size do I need for these setting triangles, all that? All the math is done for you in this little book. Anyway,
If
I'm
you
sure
don't
that
have
there are
it,
great-
get it.
I'm sure that there are other books out there that do the same thing. This is just, and
I like
lots
this book.
of,
It's laid out very well. The print is fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's just very informative.
Yeah.
Quickly. But before we go too much further,
Okay.
so we were talking about setting these on point and width and all that. Some of these folks may not have ever done anything on point or have no idea what you're talking about on point. Do we want to show them an
Sure.
example of a sampler quilt on point?
yes.
So I'm going to scoot over here just a little bit. Okay, so this,
So how well can they see that? Okay, pretty
I
good.
think you could see that pretty well,
So again, this was a 12-inch block. We set it on point,
which means you just turn it 45 degrees.
and then you're going to need these setting triangles that fit in here
Right.
and in the corners also. And as you can see, the corner one is a different size than the ones that go
Like on
between the
edge
blocks.
there, yeah.
You
Okay,
then still have sashing and cornerstones.
yes. But these are a pieced cornerstone.
It's a pieced cornerstone.
Oh, you went all out on this guy.
Mhm.
Goodness gracious, I love this.
Mhm.
I forgot about this guy.
It's
what is that about,
It's a little uneven 9 patch. Isn't that cute?
That is fantastic. It's even more entertaining in person. Obviously, I can't drag this to you.
A lot of you did this. We had a sew-along last fall.
Right. Oh,
A
yeah,
lot
that
of
was
you did
this
this
fall, last fall so long.
So, and because there's fussy cutting. There's lots of fun stuff in this quilt.
So
But
many
anyway.
terms and things that we'll cover another time. But here you go. This is on point. So you're just taking your 12 blocks, you're turning them sideways, and it gives you this lattice appearance as opposed to a grid.
Right. And so another thing that I've seen has been, okay, I'm going to put my piece block in here, and then I'm going to put a solid piece of fabric here.
Oh, yeah.
So, so this one does take 13 blocks because it's on point, and there's 3 in this row, 2, 3, 2, 3. You see, so it's, the
Right.
math is, because I'm like, how do they ever get 13 blocks in a quilt? That's strange.
That's the baker's dozen.
But it works, okay?
Magic.
So I just want to show you that there's fun stuff you can do with your sashing and your cornerstones. Okay, you don't have to just do a straight piece and just a simple block.
Right.
But you can.
Absolutely, you can.
Okay.
There's no rules in quilting other than have fun.
I think, yeah.
I think have fun's it.
Yeah.
And I just made that up.
So another thing you have to start thinking about is, okay, I've got these 12 blocks. I've been following along with Warm and Cozy. We've been making these blocks. It's been fun. What am I going to do with them? So you need to have a plan.
Yeah.
What is this going to be for a baby quilt? Shoot, you don't even need sashing.
Right.
Just sew them together. Put a border on it if you want. You don't even have to have a border. By the way, you don't have to have a border. Did you know that?
No, there's no need for borders.
There's no rules, remember?
No rules.
You can do whatever you want.
She said so.
So you may want to just sew them together. Call it a baby quilt and be done.
Yep.
You may want to, there's people out there that made it in red, white, and blue. This would be a great quilt for Quilts of Valor.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. So then you have to start doing some math and laying things out and thinking, okay, so these are going to be 12-inch finished. I'm going to be this much by this much.
Right.
So if I want to get to 60 by 80, how much am I going to need to add to get there? A lot of people love to work with a pattern because they don't want to do the math, but there's a lot of people out there who really like the math and don't mind figuring that out.
Right.
Get out a piece of paper, draw it out, think about which one's going to go where, and go that way. That's what I think.
Sounds about right.
Okay, so because you could take, remember this was 13 blocks, right?
Right.
And we made a queen size quilt. You don't have to have 20 blocks or, too many blocks. You can make your sashing fatter. You can make, there's lots of different things that you can do.
Right.
Okay?
And you could even do it, like you were saying, if you only had 6 of these made, but you wanted to do something, just use a solid piece in there.
Right.
So, say you just got a long arm and you really want to practice your quilting skills. You have this blank canvas, if you will, of a block where you can do something fantastic.
You get a large print floral. You have, that you really want to showcase that fabric. So, sidebar, we are getting a whole bunch of K facet fabric.
Oh my
Supposed
gosh.
to come in August, which probably means September. Okay,
well, we're going to hope, maybe,
right.
August.
So, but he does a lot of large scale print. And we have really been talking about how CAFE is not scary.
CAFE is not scary.
And a lot of people think that CAFE is scary because what am I going to do with that? And so first of all, shoot, you could put big, large pieces in between and make this quilt twice as big pretty quick.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to show you all kinds of fun stuff with CAFE, like cutting it up and you're just really using it for the color that you see. So anyway.
But we'll get to that. That's another story, another day. Another time.
But anyway, you put a large print floral in there or something, then you can follow it around with your free motion quilting and really practice how do I make that flower come alive, by adding some, you could do thread painting before you quilt it and add a lot of, anyway, if you don't know about thread painting, we have information coming.
Okay, so let's go back to the sashing conversation.
Mm-hmm. I get off on a tangent.
We do so bad, but we're not professional entertaining artists.
Well,
I don't think.
We had people saying
we did. We had Sherry Joe and Debbie Thomas.
Good morning, good morning.
Hello. And then just Donna was very pleased with the beauty of that quilt, which is beautiful. And Pam is all about Pam's ruling.
That's right.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah.
So you've talked about determining what size quilt you're going to aim for.
Right.
Right. You've decided if you want them on point. We've talked about what's on point.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go that route, know the number of quilt blocks you need. 13 minimum. Maybe.
Well,
or just got to know what design you're doing.
Because again, you could use big solid blocks in between. So yes, you would need 13 blocks, but some of them could be just solid pieces of fabric.
Right. And we talked about squaring them. Make sure your blocks are square before you start this process. If they're not all the same size, you're going to play havoc trying to make it all work properly.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to work.
But if you're squaring up as you go along and you're piecing, your final block should be where it should be. Square it up. Golden. Okay, so now you need to cut some strips for your sashing.
Right.
So you kind of got to know what size sashing you want.
Well, at this point, you need to determine what's this quilt going to be for, what size do I want it to end up, and start playing with your math a little bit.
Okay.
So we know that these are going to finish at 12 inches.
So we got a layout of what we're going to plan to do with this. So Victoria's going to show you that.
Because the way that I'm going to do it is going to make it end at 60 by 74, which really would be a great size for a Quilts of Valor. It's a fantastic size for a lap quilt. It's, so if you're giving it as a gift, even for a guy, it's going to be a good size. So you can then, I forget that it doesn't say on here.
What's that?
It doesn't say on here what size anything is.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't.
So it's a beautiful picture of a quilt, but it doesn't tell you anything.
That's okay.
Okay, so our sashing, what's in yellow, I'm cutting at 2.5 inches so that it'll finish at 2. Mm-hmm. So I start doing the math. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 inches that I'm adding in width.
Okay.
So I was already at 36.
Yep.
So now I've added 8, which is
44.
Okay, 44.
If you're from the Midwest, it's 44.
So then I'm going to go this direction. I'm adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm adding 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 inches. I was already at
48.
And I added 10. So 58. I'm at 58.
Easy math there.
Right. So then I'm just going to determine my border size, which I think we did 3 and 5.
Yep.
So 3 inches for my first border, just because I wanted it a little bit larger than my sashing so that it kind of, stands out a little bit. Again, no rules. You can do whatever you want. You only want one border, you want tiny border and then a large border, you can do whatever you want. So, but 3 inch and then 5 inch is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do borders next week. So, I needed, if you look at the
yardage cutout,
yardage that Victoria is going to show you now, it's going to tell you need 20. Okay, so the first is blank because that's your squares that you've already made. The next is the green. You have 20 cornerstones that you're going to make. So it's telling you that the estimated yardage is 1/4 of a yard, which is perfect, right? So then you need 31 of your sashing pieces, and it's telling you yardage is 7/8 of a yard. I always buy a yard instead of 7/8, but you can do whatever you want.
That gives you a slip-up room.
Oh, yes. So the if you look at the next two, and you see how then it's got like a little hashtag in front of it. So what I want to so it's saying that you need 4 pieces of blue fabric. Well, obviously, if you're buying 45-inch fabric, you're going to have to piece that together to make it long enough. So yes, you need 4 pieces. You need a yard. This is estimating your yardage based on, the 40-inch wide. So anyway.
So you will probably have to piece your sides, but a yard.
A yard gets it, and a yard and 5/8 for the outer border will also get that one. Okay?
Easy enough. Any questions? Raise your hand if you're completely confused. No? Anybody? Moving on.
So,
and again, if you have questions, just throw them in the comments. We are paying attention to the comments as we go along. I'm going to answer them as easily as I possibly can. But
what size is that one?
I don't know when that comment came through, but I don't remember which one we were talking about.
Okay, so Patty, the one that we're going to make with this is going to end up being 60 by 74 by adding 2-inch finished sashing. So I'm cutting 2.5-inch strips.
Yep.
This one.
That one was.
If you were talking about that, this was
96 by 96.
Yes, 96-inch square. And yeah, so then we'll talk about borders next week, but we're going to cut them at 3-inch and 5, 3.5 and 5.5 to finish 3 and 5.
Exactly. Okay, so now we need our sashing cut into 2.5-inch strips.
Right. So I've cut quite a few, but I still have a few more to cut, and these I've already cut too. So I need 20, is what the little thing said. 20 of these 2.5-inch squares. And so then, and I had to tell you, I brought fabric over from the shop to lay out with all of this to make sure that I was going to like it.
We hope so. Again, you want something in your sashing that's going to kind of not detract. So if you have extra background fabric that you've been using, you can absolutely use that.
This could be scrappy.
This could be completely scrappy.
If you wanted to use pieces of what you had left, you can absolutely do that. Now, you're going to cut these at 2.5 by 12.5. So remember, that's what our block is supposed to be. If you did not square your block up and your block's a little bit longer, you need to make this fit all the way around each time when you sew. So we're going to just put them here, and I'm going to show you. So I still need 7 more 2.5 by 12.5.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my stripology.
Can I have those strips and I'll start putting them up here?
Sure.
Yay.
We should probably also show them that other quilt too.
The other one, we should. That one, let's get this part going, and then we can kind of elaborate on what that one's all about.
Okay.
Because that one is got sashing, but it's got a little more of the razzle dazzle, if you will. That works really well.
You threw one on the floor.
I threw what on the floor? I did throw one on the floor. Thank you, Victoria, for paying attention. You all probably watched it happen as well. TV magic, folks. Anyway, back to the razzle dazzle conversation.
I want him to be like, whoa, on that stripology. Like, look at that. She just already cut all them strips.
I mean, by the way, if you don't have one yet, and if you really want to see one in person, come on by the shop. We're open to the public. We have people in all the time. We love to see people. Never been in before? That's okay. We don't judge. You only been sewing for 2 weeks? Perfect. Come in and say hi.
Yes.
We don't click
I
here.
think that's the hardest
Feeling accepted in an area?
feeling. Yes. Okay, I am gonna. So since this was folded on the folded over, there's a nice big crease in here that
yeah.
I don't like.
Because, it comes off the bolt that way.
Right. So I'm gonna get my iron hot and just press these, and I'm not gonna worry too much about perfection here.
No, we don't need perfect just yet. That's for later. Look at all these 2.5-inch strips. They're everywhere. So if you're wondering what we're using for our mock-up board, it's just the 80-20 batting that we plan to use for the quilt when we're done. 80-20 works great. Just put it up on the wall and stick it to it. So once we're done with this quilt, it'll come off there with it and go to the machine. You don't have to spend a whole bunch of money on fabric to make a mock-up wall. Oh, I really wish I wasn't as tall as I am. I feel weird standing up on screen.
I don't know why.
Disparity.
You do know that, like,
Do people know that I'm tall?
People come in and go, "Whoa, you really are tall."
I'm tall.
It's not like you're a giant.
No, I don't think I'm a giant. Maybe
I mean,
I am.
I guess I just is that what they're
Maybe I'm a giant.
I don't think he's a giant.
How did I skip out on that cheese?
Sorry. Firstborns are always shorter. Oh, firstborn girls? Maybe because Vincent's not really super tall. Maybe it's just Lydia got the super giant.
If you meet two sisters, the taller one is the younger one.
It's usually the same.
Please tell me if this is not true in your family, because
I'm curious.
Far, everyone that we've talked to, it has been true.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Sarah's taller than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, okay, so Dad.
Diane is taller than my mom.
Yeah.
Dad, you have two sisters.
I do.
Is Alicia taller than Becky?
I don't know. I'm taller than both of them.
And
So that's what I know.
you're
I know I'm
taller
taller than
than
my
your
brother.
who is older than you. Anyway, this is not relevant.
It's not, but it's a nice time filler because I'm curious about this one.
I met some ladies
goodness.
at Caledonia last week that were sisters, and we said, "Are you the younger one?" And she said, "Yes." I'm like,
Eileen says it's true. And if Eileen says it's true,
it must be true.
Patty Leaf has gray one.
Oh, she wanted to know how big that one is.
Oh, okay. I got you. So she's on a bit of a delay, I guess.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, the gray one, 96 by 96. Do you have any of those kits left? I don't think we do. I think we're pretty much out of that fabric even still, aren't we?
I get to throw stuff today. We have some of the border print. We have a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Not much.
Not much. I didn't think so.
Not enough to make the quilt, that's for sure.
Yep.
Oh, but we could.
I like that yellow with those blocks.
I was not sure about that yellow.
I like that yellow. What do you think?
Oh, it looks good on camera for
There you go.
sure.
Fill out those other areas over there. Okay, you'll have to have that, and then across the top, and then your cornerstones, because I didn't want to like football tackle knock you over.
Okay, well.
I really like
That's
that. That is pretty fantastic.
So the one thing I didn't, because I use different background fabrics, because I'm making it very scrappy,
Yeah.
I didn't want to pull out the background fabric and put that there.
Right.
Well,
and like the snail trail doesn't really even have background. The snail trail is two pretty solid ones. So I like that.
Pull in a different fabric.
We're gonna piece it together. I'll sell it to you for $5,000.
Oh my
Interested?
gosh,
Anybody?
Jason.
Anybody? No? You? No? Nothing? Okay. I'm just throwing it out there. There's some cornerstones for you.
I need 1, 2 more.
I got it. Here we go. Ooh, maybe. Petite, they stick together. Oh, let's see here. We got some comments on that whole height of folks.
Yeah.
Andrea says it's true. She's the younger sister and she's taller. And Pam says she's the second sister of 4 and she's the shortest. Well, you broke the rule, Pam. Didn't you get that memo? That's not. Wow, look at that. Huh. That's fun, huh?
You could make your cornerstones scrappy.
You could.
So, because I thought about, okay, I've got a lot of this orange left.
Yeah.
I've got, and then you could alternate them, a blue one, an orange one, a green one, whatever. However you want to do it.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
It would be. Awesome. Let's see here. What you got there? Candace. Didn't happen for her. Oh. Yeah, she's the shorter, unfortunately. Again, some memos did make it out. It's just unfortunately the time frame. Oh well, what are you gonna do?
Sorry.
Should have sent the memo out.
Well, and the doctor
at the time.
from little, when Lydia was little, she was like, she's gonna be taller than her sister, and I'm like, don't tell her sister that yet. She's gonna be upset.
Okay.
Anyway,
so
back to sewing.
Back to the quilt top that we're working on here. So we got the sashing laid out on our mock-up wall.
And we did do it. We have it on the mock-up wall sideways. So we're doing 3x4. Obviously, I'm going to turn the quilt this way.
Right. I wanted you to be able to see all 4 rows, and
otherwise it'd be down and
it. Like, because right now you don't even see like this top row of sashing up here.
Right.
Sort of, but not really. So anyway, turned it.
So we're on a delay, and so I get to watch myself do weird things. I'm like, why was I doing that? Why was I hand motioning to certain? Anyway.
Thank you, technology.
I'm giggling at myself.
Apparently. So do we want to sew any of these together, or do we want to just kind of go with, because at this point it's pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and sew that block together.
Okay. Well, here's how I would do. I would do across the top, make that row.
So just the top
the
two?
Sashing and the cornerstone, sashing, cornerstone, sashing,
cornerstone. You would make that a strip?
Yes.
Oh.
And then I would sew this together.
Okay.
Which would be a sashing block, sashing block.
Oh.
I would sew it in rows.
I gotcha.
You could go this direction, but again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to sew it in rows.
Okay. I gotcha. And you've done this a couple times.
Which I can absolutely do.
Let's just do like a couple of those.
You know what I'll do?
What are you
I'm going to set up the machine.
She's going to set up the machine, folks. Do you want to see us set up the machine? Raise your hand. Yes? Okay, perfect. I look forward to this.
I'm going to chug this coffee.
Oh, chug.
So you can put it over there.
I'll put it over there out of the way. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Ooh, coffee. Fantastic. Set that right here. Ooh, goodness gracious. I tell you what, so much fun. What do you got going on there? What is that thing doing?
I looped the thing around the thing.
This is what happens when you don't use the machine for a couple weeks.
That way. Anyway. Okay.
It happens. Perfect. Need your thread.
Oh, thread.
Thread makes the sewing machine world go round. You don't have thread. You just got a machine.
Usually, yeah.
Is there...
That's usually how that works.
So,
confused.
think that we should tell them about some things going on in the shop.
You think so?
Yes.
While you get that set up?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about a couple things real quick while you're here and you're watching and you're wondering what's happening. Monday, flash sale. How many of you shop our flash sale on our website? Raise your hands. I don't. I set it up. But that's about it. Normally, Danielle sets it up. Sometimes I help. Okay, so flash sale. Here's what it is. You go to our website, warmandcozyquilting.com. Go in there, and there's a button that says Monday Flash Sale. You click on that, and we will put a category on sale for the day. This week, we're doing purples in honor of Sarah's birthday, because Sarah does so much for us, keeping this online world alive for everybody. Thank you, Sarah. You're my hero.
She's so mad at you right now.
She probably is. It's fantastic. I love it. So, Monday, flash sale starts at 9 a.m. If you go to the website before 9 a.m. Central Time, you may see some fabrics out there. I can tell you right now, it is not everything we're putting out there. Everything is out there by 9 a.m. Sometimes we start about 8 o'clock. It takes a little bit of time to get everything out there. So if you start shopping it before 9, you may miss some stuff. So wait till 9 a.m. And then you can go in and you can shop that, buy yourself fabric. Woo! Super fast. If you don't live local, you can still shop it. We have a flat rate of $8.50 for shipping. So the more you buy, the cheaper it is to ship it to you. So keep that in mind as you go out there and do some shopping. Purples, Monday. Check it out.
It'll be great prices.
It'll be fantastic. I promise.
Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit of chain piecing.
Yes, I think that's a great idea.
I always worry that I'm going to turn something around when I do more than one piece at a time.
And it's a fair concern because how many of you have ever turned a block around in a quilt and didn't realize it until it was fully pieced together?
How about when it was quilted?
How many have completely quilted a quilt, looked at it and realized, oh my gosh, that block is the wrong place. Not even turned around, completely wrong place.
Done that.
Yep, been there,
One time,
done it.
I had a quilt completely laid out that I had.
You have to speak up.
I know. I had a quilt that I had completely laid out. I put together. I quilted it. I had Grams bind it, and I laid it out. And 2 of the blocks were turned the wrong way.
So
Bunch
awesome.
of little half squares, so it was easy to go.
Yep.
Oh shoot.
So yeah, you have it laid out on your mock-up wall. Take it out and piece it in this fashion that Danielle's about to do. It really reduces the amount of times you're going to have chaos. Strongly suggest it.
Well,
Can you reach those though? All right. Can you? Okay. So that's the unfortunate part when you get to your giant size quilts, because then you have to mock them up, and then they're. So you can always use the floor safely if you have the floor space for it.
and no animal.
And no animal that's going to come in and think, oh, a bed for me, thank you.
Or a child, or a, that's going to come.
Screaming
What's
like
this?
a toddler
Yeah.
goes charging through it like a pile of leaves. What are you doing?
Right. Okay, so I've taken this off the wall, and I'm going to sew
Okay.
1/4 inch.
Okay. Sounds good. Here we go. If you're wondering, folks, this is just a leader thing that she uses just to get the stitches going nice and steady and perfect.
Especially since I just set it up, I wanted to also check my tension. So I sewed a little bit, and I checked the top and back to make sure that everything looks good. If it doesn't, somewhere along the line, someone told you don't touch your tension.
Yeah.
Stop listening to that voice in your head. Touch the tension. Change it. Make it right. Make this look like stitches on both sides.
Right.
Rethread it if it doesn't look right. Make it right.
Put a new needle in.
Put a new needle in.
If
Is
it's
this a
been
new
6
project?
years since you put a needle in, put a needle in.
So now I'm going to grab a sashing and a block. And
Okay.
I'm going to put this on here. And I'm going to make this be top and bottom. And it's going to fit. And I'm not going to, I'll just cut that off if there's extra. Right? I'm going
Don't
to
do
make
that.
it fit.
This is kind of the same principles we apply when we use our borders. So this is going to be the same thing throughout. Don't just leave that extra sliver off and say, oh, I cut it off. No, you cut that piece of fabric to 12.5. You need to make sure work it in to make it fit on that whole block. You may not be happy about it,
If
but
you
trust
want to pin right now, you can. I don't pin until I get to borders.
Right. But you can pin right now. Completely fine.
Especially a 12.5 inch block, this is a little bit large. You've got a
Right.
little ways to go. You can absolutely pin. And of course, when I say pin, I mean actually use clips, right?
We use clips because the sticky, pokey things aren't fun. But there are plenty out there that love to use a pin and stick it.
I think it's
Some
whatever.
people sew over them.
No, don't
Y'all
sew over
are
'em.
crazy to me. I don't understand. But I understand they were taught that way. It's okay. Just be careful.
Ooh, and I've also heard we have these new forking pins, which are really great for when you're piecing blocks together and you want all the corners to meet up.
Forking pins.
Forking. Say it clearly so no one thinks I'm
If you're
saying
lip reading at
something else.
home, that's not what we said. Turn on the CC. It's forking pins. They're fork shaped and yes, super cool.
Enunciation is key.
Enunciation. Always clearly enunciate. Anyway, so we've talked about Monday flash sale. We have Wednesdays live sales that we do every Wednesday.
Every
at
Wednesday.
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock Central Time. You're on the Facebook Live.
And we've decided to change something up.
What are we changing?
We've decided that we're going to keep our shipping at $8.50,
Okay.
but we're going to now offer free shipping
What?
for any order over $100.
Oh my gosh.
I know of a couple of my customers who are jumping up and down right now.
Yes.
Because they're like, I spend $100 every week
Yeah. Yeah.
And now you're getting free shipping.
Now you're going to get free shipping on that. We've made some understanding calculation to figure things out. It's smart. It's the best way to go. So
Free shipping over $100.
Wednesdays, live sale. Come here, buy fabric. You spend over $100, free shipping. Okay, where you live, as long as it's in the United States, we'll mail it to you for free.
Yeah, we
Otherwise,
haven't
it's only $8.50.
figured out the international thing yet. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that.
It's a weird. The cost gets a little wildly out of control all of a sudden.
So we're not there yet, but yes. So this week we have a whole new fall line. It is fall, but it is not like pumpkins and it's not in your face fall. It is fall colors. There are some acorns, but they're like tonal. It's tone on tone acorns. Anyway, we're going to show you the whole line. It's called Acorn Harvest.
Oh, is it?
So yes. What else do we have that's new that we're showing? Oh,
don't tell them.
Okay.
Come on Wednesday. Check it out.
I think Victoria. So Victoria has really started a lot of our marketing, like Facebook media. She was playing around a lot yesterday and working with how to make posts and stuff for our stuff, because we really want to let you know ahead of time what you're getting into on Wednesday so you don't miss it, right?
Right.
I think people missed last Wednesday and they missed Riley Blake solids.
Oh, they did. Oh, you missed it.
Well, they weren't solid. They're solid-ish. They're called shades, actually. Yes. And, yeah, they were... Anyway, you don't want to miss. You don't want to miss out.
Never.
Now, if they don't watch, because let's say I'm driving home at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then what? So now I'm out. Now I can't watch anymore.
No, you can watch it when you get home.
I'm back to work, and now I can't watch
Go right ahead. You get home. It's 7 o'clock. You got your evening tea in your air-conditioned house as you're cuddled up because it's hot, but you want to be cold. But you got to be warm. So you're drinking your hot tea, cuddled up in your air-conditioned basement, and you turn on your Facebook, and you go to our live sale and watch it.
So you can watch Fabric TV anytime.
Right. And then you comment right along with the video. Even though we're not live, you just comment along. And you can comment along until Thursday morning at noon, which is when we open up our doors, because Thursday morning we have to get all that cut for everybody. So you have plenty of time to shop along, comment along. You can even watch it through and make notes of what you want, and then just comment out there. So we don't use comment sold.
Right.
Mainly because they want way too much in return for what we're doing. So we're like, we'll go ahead and we'll just take care of ourselves. That's why we have Sarah. Thank you, Sarah.
Right.
So it helps us give us better discounts on our stuff. That's why it's great.
Right. So we have good deals for you.
Yes.
We have free shipping over 100.
Yes.
We're always adding new stuff.
Always.
The latest and greatest will be here.
You can always check that out Wednesday till Thursday at noon.
Right.
Central Time. Check that out. And then come and see what. So we are talking about, so we'd usually do trivia. So you watch today, you're going to come in on Wednesday, we'll do a trivia, $10 off. We may be changing that up a little bit. So keep an eye on our Facebook feeds for what we may be doing. If we ask you to share stuff, I'm just saying, share it. And many of you remember the Wheel of Names.
Ooh, the Wheel
Who
of
remembers the Wheel of
Names.
Names? Anybody?
It was so fun.
I love the Wheel of Names.
I only remember it because I remember arguing with Lydia over who's going to spin the wheel.
Yeah.
Oh,
do you want to come on camera and tell us about what you're bringing to the table?
Yes.
Oh.
We have a very...
You should have had the graphic. Oh, well.
Oh, I didn't think
I forgot about this.
So Sarah had this fantastic idea.
Okay.
Sarah's got this fantastic idea. You know, she's ready. She puts it out. And then her and Victoria come up with a plan, a master plan. So here she is to tell you all about it.
Okay, so July 10th, which is a Saturday, we are going to have a garage sale. Okay.
Why a garage sale? That sounds
kind of
weird.
Yeah, I was about to say, I understand what you're
saying we're getting rid of junk?
No, we aren't getting rid of junk.
Okay.
That's the nice thing. So, in our second building where we keep our studio and where our long arms are, we have a garage. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the garage and we're going to have tables set out of stuff that, you know, we're going to sell. We're going to sell back orders, pre-cuts mostly, and notions,
Scrap bags.
Scrap bags are going to be a big one. We're going to get old samples. Like,
you're so excited.
Mom is really excited about it.
She's so excited.
Samples that we've made new ones of out of fabric that we have. So these are old samples that we don't have the fabrics of anymore. So now we're going to sell them out to you guys.
And are my long arms going to be available for demo that day as well, since you're in my garage?
Yes, we will be in Dad's garage, and he is very excited about it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Come see me.
And you can come, and we are going to have the Infinity and Amara. They both have Pro Stitcher, and we are going to have those set up for demonstration purposes if you're interested in that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Garage sale. Keep an eye out for that. We're going to have posts on that. If you would share those for us, that would be super awesome. Get your friends to know what's happening. Bring them along. Check it out.
Yes.
Hands-on demo stuff.
Yes.
Always
demos, deals. It's going to be so much fun. And you'll also be able to come across the street to the regular shop, because we'll have stuff going on there too. Absolutely. I'm sure. We haven't decided what yet, but I do have to tell you, I'm so proud of this girl because she has made lists. What has to be done ahead of time? What needs to be done 1 week ahead? What needs to be done the day before? She's like so organized. I love it.
Absolutely. And we're going to run out of time, and we have to piece this whole thing together.
Okay, well, I'm not going to piece the whole thing.
We're not going to piece the whole thing.
I did just want
to do. What is the date for the garage? The date is July 10th. July 10th is a few weeks away. 3 Saturdays from now. So July 10th, it's going to be our regular shop hours. So from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., come by, check it out, say hi, see what kind of deals they're doing. I have no idea what they're giving deals on. But again, if you want to put your hands on a machine and check it out, this is your chance to do that.
We're going to have posts go out later this week. I think we have a post going out Sunday for it.
Perfect.
We have handouts in the shop that we're going to be putting in your bags as you check out. So we will have posters up, ready to go.
You'll have so much information. So much.
Okay.
So here's what I would do, because we're going to run out of time.
We are.
So now I've got this whole first row sewn together. A sashing and a cornerstone. A sashing and a block. I would take this and press. I'm going to decide right now which way I want to press. So I'm going to press away from the sashing each time, since my sashing is kind of light. So I'm going to, on my cornerstones, press towards the cornerstone. On the blocks, press towards the block. So always be pressing away from the sashing.
Okay.
And when I do that, then I'm going to have, they're going to be the opposite.
Oh, and they'll interlock super nicely.
And they'll interlock super nicely when I go to start piecing together the other way. So I would currently put this back up on the board like this. After I had it pressed, I would put it all back up. And then I would start, and I would add this to it. On down. And so then I'm going to end up with all these separate rows. And then I'm going to sew the other direction. Everybody with me? We're not going to do the whole thing today.
That's a lot of piecing that would have to take place all of a sudden.
And
I think we've been too talkative today. We've been too excited to be back. I have missed Saturday mornings. I'm not kidding. It's been an absolute blast. I do love it. So since we have a couple minutes left, and you're just going to throw that back on the board, anybody have any questions on this? Throw them out there. Gladly answer them. I'm going to cover a couple more housekeeping items before we run out of time. Stash Pot Pie. Don't forget, you have until July 3rd to finish your Stash Pot Pie for June, which is the double Friendship Star quilt, which is fantastic. You'll then get July's pattern for free if you have it submitted either to the Quilters Collective, which is linked in the comments or the description above. You can send us an email, info@warmandcozyquilting.com, with that finished top. It doesn't have to be quilted, or just bring it in and show it to us. And then we will get you July's pattern for free, and then so on and so forth throughout the year. If you don't know what SPP is, send me an email or come in and say, hey, Jason, what is SPP? Tell me about it, because you need to know.
Right.
Email is also in the description if you didn't catch it.
Email is up there as well if you need our email information. If you just have questions, email us. Go ahead. It's fine. Let's see here. Long arm group. Don't forget, we've talked about the Quilters Collective is our quilting group. We have the Long Arm Cozy. Oh my gosh, the Cozy Quilters Long Arm Group. It is a group of long armers that hang out and we talk words of long arming stuff. You can go in there. You have questions about your long arm. You're new to the long arm.
You don't have one yet. You're thinking of buying one.
You're considering it. Go in there, ask questions.
If you quilt on a domestic.
It's the same thing. It's
cool. We're talking about quilting.
Machine quilting. We do monthly meet via the Zoom. So if you're not local, you're remote, you can't make it to a central location, That's excellent. We can't either. So we use Zoom every first Thursday of the month, 7 o'clock. We meet, we talk, hang out. It's a good time. Check it out. That's that. Still one more thing of super importance. Classes. If you aren't excited about classes, you need to be excited about classes because we are doing classes again. I'm excited about this. So we have several classes out on the internet on our website. Go to warmandcozyquilting.com, go to classes, sign up for a class. That will be in shop, in person. It's exciting. You want to tell them about the other one that we're having that's super exciting? The big one.
Even more exciting?
Even more exciting.
Yes.
The big event.
So we have a handy quilter event. This is for all of you that are thinking of buying a machine. Any of you who have bought a machine and didn't really get a lot of training, or you got some training but then you didn't use any of that and life got in the way and you really want to learn more about your long arm and you want to get some training. This is a hands-on event. We have a van that drives from Utah full of machines. Comes here. We set up 6 machines. And you will be sharing a machine with one person at the most. That's all that we do. We do not let there be any more than that. So we, let me think here. What am I trying to say?
It is a great way to hands-on.
You're going to have hands-on all day. We have had events before where we had 13, 15, 19 people in a class and we only had 2 machines. A lot of the information is still very good. Okay, it's instructional and all that stuff, but when you don't get the time on the machine, sometimes you don't retain that so much, right? Especially if I'm a hands-on learner. Like, you can tell me that's great, but I need to actually do it, and then I will retain it. So that's, a lot of people learn that way better. So we will be having hands-on event. It is in July. It's a 2-day event. It's actually 4 classes worth of information. So it's only $200 for 4 classes. We bring in an educator from Handy Quilter. She's wonderful and going to have tons of information. So you sign up for either Thursday, Friday, which there's lots of room in Thursday, Friday. I figured this would happen.
Yes.
Because, so it's July 22nd and 23rd. Or you can sign up for the Saturday, Sunday, which is filling up fast.
Very quick.
Only a couple spots left.
Yep.
That is the 24th and 25th of July.
Yep.
So you have a friend who also wants to learn, come together. Let us know that you have, me and so are both going to do that class, and we'll put you on the same machine.
Yep.
That way, you're hanging out with your buddy all day.
Yep.
We're
and again, $200 for the class
Mm-hmm.
is a lot cheaper than spending $10,000 for a machine and then realizing you don't like it and then you have to try to sell it.
Correct.
So take the class. It's worth the effort. Sign up before July 4th to get that $200 early bird pricing.
Right.
After that, it goes to its full value of $300. Save yourself $100. Take a great class. Get some information. There was a question from Linda Seitz regarding Zoom. I think that was during the comment about the long arm quilters group that we have. Yes, we use Zoom for that meeting. So that way, again, super easy to get on and video chat with everybody that's out there. Debbie, as far as the Zoom classes.
Okay, so at this point we are only doing in-person classes. We have not got it figured out for being able to do in-person and Zoom at the same time. And if you're talking about the Handy Quilter event, that is for sure just in-person only because we do want people to have their hands on the machines all day. We have done Zoom classes for Handy Quilter before, and we may resume those again, especially in cold months when people are not really getting out. They worked out wonderfully over this last winter. We are looking at what we can do to be able to do our regular, like our collage quilting class. Right. Can we do that in person and Zoom? We're trying to work out all the logistics of those things. Yep. And Sarah's birthday is the 25th.
Happy birthday, Sarah. And thank you.
So on Christmas, it's always her half birthday.
Oh.
So she would, when she was little, she would say, I'm actually 5.5, on Christmas. Like we were celebrating for her, which we were.
That's fair. Right? You got to celebrate the half birthdays.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, all right, cool. I don't think I got anything else. I think we've hit our mark of time. I think it's been an absolute blast. again, make sure you check out Monday's flash sale, 9 a.m., our website, warmandcozyquilting.com. Make sure you share any of our stuff that we put our pay attention, because again, Wednesdays, giveaways for $10 may change. Just warning you. Wink, wink.
They're going to be fun.
Put your sashing in your quilt. Make it pretty. Do whatever you want. It'll be fantastic. I promise. And if you have any questions, let us know. We got anything else? Wrap it up?
That's it. I think we're going to go open that shop and you guys come hang out
11
with
o'clock.
us, right?
Come see us.
Come
It'll
see
be
us.
fun.
All right. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.